Hi, my little friends. How are you doing? That's good. Friends, isn't this just the sweetest little chick? So fluffy and so tiny. This is the life cycle of a chicken. Now, you could start anywhere you wanted. You know how life cycles work. And there's a really funny joke that's been going on for a long time, which is, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And the reason it's a funny riddle is because a cycle has no beginning and no end, and it's our guess which comes first. In this book, they said, number one, a hen lays an egg in a nest. There's the eggs. Number two, a chick hatches from the egg. Happy birthday. And number three, the chick grows into a chicken. And around and around. We're going to do a directed drawing today all about a chick. And we're going to put it in our What's Hatching booklet. So in the What's Hatching booklet, we put what the chicken embryo inside the egg looked like on day 1, 7, 14, and 21, hatching day. But what's it going to look like after it's all dry and standing up on its own, a nice fluffy little chick? We can put that on the very last page there. And this could be day number 22, 23, 24, 25. Probably we're going to draw a chick that's around 4 or 5 days old. Okay, so you can draw it right back here. This is a very tiny little booklet, so I'm going to switch it out for a big piece of paper just so that you can see. But you're going to draw it in your little booklet right here, just so you can see all the details in this chick. Alright, to draw my chick, I'm going to start right in the middle with a really nice big ball. Just like that. And I'm drawing in pencil, so I hope you can see. I think I'm going to push a little bit harder so you can really see. And I need to use a pencil for this one because we're going to be doing a teeny tiny bit of erasing later. The next thing I want you to do is to put another ball on top of this ball, kind of like how we did the snowman to make the egg, but instead of putting it right on top, it's going to be off to the side just a little bit. I'm going to touch the big ball and add a smaller ball onto it. Don't make it too small. Don't make it too small. Imagine this is like Mickey Mouse and we just gave him one ear. Now, do you see this part here where this ball touches this ball and there's a line? I'm going to erase that. I want to erase it because I want it to look like this is all one part of a chick's body. I don't want it to look like two separate balls. Do you see that there? Just like we did when we made our Easter egg. We've got a body and the head. What do we need now? Yes, we need all those things. Let's start with a beak. So I want you to look at the small ball. And right over at the end, we're going to draw a beak. And a beak looks a lot like two little triangles. Just like that. Can you draw that? Awesome. Something that some people don't know, unless you're really close to a bird's beak, is that it has a nostril. You have a nostril too. That's how you breathe out of your nose. You have two of them. And so does a little bird. So I'm going to draw a little tiny black, looks like a little sunflower seed right there. And that's the nostril. And that's one of the ways that a bird can breathe. In and out through its nose. Now, if your little chick is just born, you could put a little bump on the end of his beak, and that could be its egg tooth. But if your bird is about 2, 3, 4, 5 days old, the tooth is probably already fallen off. Now, right in the middle of this ball, we're going to do his eye. And I'm going to do a very flat rainbow for his eyelid up at the top. And an upside down rainbow at the bottom like that. And if you want, you can draw little teeny tiny eyelashes all at the top of the eye and all at the bottom. Because little baby chicks do have eyelashes, little feathery eyelashes. Now inside the eye, we need to draw the iris and the pupil. It's kind of like a donut. Draw a big ball inside the eye and a smaller ball for the pupil inside that. And later, of course, you're going to color that ball black. What color is your iris, friends? Is it brown, green, blue, hazel? Now we're going to draw a wing on our bird as well. Chicks have very small wings. They're not developed enough that they can fly. So I like to draw, it's kind of like the letter V, but a little rounder. So I'm going to draw a little V and a little V like that. Maybe it looks a bit like a leaf. And then I'm going to add another little piece to it, just a little bump like that. I'm going to need that eraser again. Do you see that little part there where they've joined up? I want to erase it because I want it to make it look like one little wing-a-ling-a chicken wing. One day this little chick is going to have a feathery tail. It might be big and curly if this chick is a rooster. It might be small and like a fan if it's a hen. But we need to draw that. So just coming off the back, I'm going to draw a bump. Just a bump. Not a long tail like a cat or a dog, just a little bump, more like a bear. And again, I'm going to erase that line. So it doesn't look like I added the bump on, even though I did. Alright, that chick is looking pretty cute. Now we need some legs. So coming down from the bottom, I'm going to touch the bottom, and I'm going to do two kind of little bumps down at the bottom. Bump. Bump. Now you might be thinking, Miss Lisa, those are too short to be chicken legs. And they are. They're just the very feathery top of the legs. Can you draw two bumps like that? And then we'll make them nice and long. Gonna need my eraser again. I'm gonna erase that line that I did to make it look like the legs are coming right off of the body. I think I might leave this line though, because it makes it look 3D, like this leg is in the back and this leg is in the front. So I'm going to leave that little line but erase that one. Chicken legs are quite thin, and most of chicken's legs actually don't have any feathers at all. They're black or orange or yellow, and they're covered with really scaly skin. I'm going to do that to both of them. Touch the bottom of the bump, come down almost to the ground, then stop, and do another one on the other side like that. One of chicken's adaptations is that they're really good at scratching. They scratch at the dirt and see if they can find worms or bugs or good things to eat. They're very good at scratching. So I'm going to put on the front of this chicken 3 toes, and they kind of look like bananas. 1, and back to the ankle. 2, back to the ankle. 3, back to the ankle. And then I need one more. There's one more claw that goes backwards. Back like that. Just like we have 4 fingers and a thumb, the chicken kind of has 3 front toes and then this little back claw. Do the same on the other side. 3 bananas. 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the back. Just like that. Alright, now if you want to make your chicken look really special, on the end of these toes you can actually add little claws, and they're sharp little triangles that come off the end of each of the toes, just like we have fingernails, only they're quite sharp like a cat's claws, and again they're good for scratching. Now that's mostly your chicken done, but what you need to do is add feathers now. There's lots of ways to add feathers. What you can do when you're coloring is add little tiny scribbles, or use your pencil and add little tiny feathers all around it to get that fluffy feathery effect. I'll show you. I got a marker first, and I'm going to show you what I mean about those little scribbles. All around the lines that I made, I'm going to draw little tiny lines like those eyelashes, or little tiny, teeny tiny baby scribbles. And from a distance, those scribbles are going to make it look like the chicken is fluffy. Remember, baby chicks don't have really defined feathers. Their feathers are more downy and they look more like fluff. I'm going to do these little teeny tiny zigzag scribbles all the way around the outside of my chicken's body. You could do this too with a crayon if you had a crayon instead. And it'll make it look really, really fluffy. Okay. Now I want my chicken to be orange and yellow and brown, so I'm using the right colors for that, but your chicken can be any color you wish. Maybe you can be inspired by some of the colors of the chicks that we're about to be hatching, or pardon me, that are hatching. And around this wing right now, this wing is looking not very wingy. It's looking more, there we go, there we go. Now the legs are something different though. When you do the legs, you want to make those nice and smooth. So slow around the outside when you're coloring, and fast on the inside. Now to get a really soft feathery effect using crayons, you can also do a bit of scribbling. You would scribble around the bottom of it, the bottom of its legs, the bottom of its wing, the bottom of its cute little chick tummy, the bottom of its chinny chin chin, and the back of its head, maybe around its tummy. Do some little scribbly zigzags around the outside. And then when you fill it, I'm actually going to use a different colored crayon, a little bit of a different orange or a yellow or a brown, and you go really lightly. Remember, slow around the outside, fast on the inside? And that will make your chick look quite feathery. Alright, I'm going to finish coloring my chick and I'll show you in just a moment. And here it is, my colored chick. The chicks are going to be all different colors, and some of them are going to look similar, just like some people have the same hair color as their family, and some people have different hair color as their family. Some of the chicks will have the same feather colors, and some of the chicks will be different, but every one of them is going to be so special and so beautiful. When you're done coloring, it's a really good idea to label your chick, so I'm going to add some labels to it. This one here, I'm going to draw a little arrow, and I'm going to write the word wing. W-I-N-G, wing. What else could I label? Let's do the beak. Zip. B-E. Put an A in there. Beak. Beak. There it is. You could do claw, tail, leg, feathers, any of those things you can label, whatever you can fit on your little tiny piece of paper. And the really fun thing to do with your chick when you're done is give it a name, And so a name that I've often gifted to chickens in the past is because they're so fluffy. And some of them are a nice brown color. I've called them Fluffernutter because I really like that name. So I'm going to try to sound out Fluffernutter. And so that is a name I would give to a chick. Fluffernutter. You can give your chick any name you like. I'd love to see a picture of this too, friends, if you would like to send it to me. Okay? And put it in your little What's Hatching book. Bye, you guys.